Good morning, guys. I have a quick video. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and we're going to talk about how to help a chicken if they have some kind of mechanical injury. And I'm going to try to record fast. We have had construction going on one block over for the last 2 weeks, so I haven't been able to record because it's been too loud outside. And now, of course, there's a recycling truck going through the neighborhood, which we appreciate. So this is an unusual video, but unfortunately, you may find yourself in this position if you've got a chicken who doesn't have any kind of parasite problem. They don't have mites or lice. They don't have a type of respiratory disease, but you can tell that they've hurt themselves. And that doesn't include bumblefoot. And I have my videos here if you'd like to see more about the bumblefoot condition. But and you also can tell that a lot of my girls are still going through a really awful molt. So right now I'm talking about Calypso, who's going through a terrible molt right there. She's my black sex link right there. And you may have remember from a while ago, we thought she had water belly. At first I thought she was egg-bound, then I thought she had water belly, and then she recovered from that, but now she's going through a terrible molt and she has hurt her leg. Now, this is not like an open flesh wound or something like that where there's a gash or there's blood or anything like that. This is where she is limping fairly badly, and on all honesty, because she's an older hen, chances are she jumped off the roost the wrong way, or she tried to hop down from something that was too far, or she misjudged the distance or something like that. So if you were to do a physical exam on your chicken, you don't see anything physically wrong, but obviously she's hurt herself. So there's not a lot of stuff that you can do. If it's a foot injury, you can try to make a little splint for it. You can even splint the feet or the legs of like a tiny baby chick who's only a few days old. But what I wanted to tell you real quick is that I am giving her some, it's a special treat. It's Greek yogurt, and I'll show you here in a minute. I did another clip before I gave it to the chickens so you can see it. But you can give your chickens crushed up baby aspirin. And obviously that's not really going to help with the healing, but it is going to help her with the pain. Remember that chickens are going to hide their pain. They're going to hide illness unless it's really, really bad. But of course, if you can barely walk because you're limping that badly, then, I mean, there's not really any way you can fake that, right? So she has been just kind of hanging out here. And of course, there's more noise now. She, like I said, is a senior hen. I thought I was going to lose her a few months ago, so I'm grateful that she's here. Obviously, she still has that fire in her, but the yogurt has crushed baby aspirin in it. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to just get Callie to eat it by herself, it was going to be all 6 of my girls eating it. There are 2 crushed baby aspirin in there, and you can, of course, crush it up and give it to them in water if they're by themselves. But because she's hurt her leg and because she's molting so badly, I really don't want to handle her when all of those big old pin feathers are coming in on her wings and on her back, and she has no tail right now and she looks pretty pitiful. You really don't want to handle your chicken unless you absolutely have to, because those pin feathers coming in and then you putting pressure on them by you holding them in your hands, it's going to really be uncomfortable for them, and I don't want to do that to her. So I did look her over a while ago. I've sat out here and watched her. She does flop around, but she's just limping really badly and favoring one leg. So again, I think she has some kind of mechanical hip injury, and if it's something like a wing, you can try to wrap it gently, but in an instance like this, there's not really anything I can do unless I wanted to pay probably around here $400 or $500 literally to go take her to get x-rayed and see if there's anything that we can do. So right now what I'm trying to do is just help her maybe be a little bit mobile. Obviously she still has energy. She wants to eat. She's eating every day. I'm going to bring some water over here because this seems to be where she wants to hang out for the day. But just a quick tip, if your chicken has a mechanical injury, again, it's not blood, it's not an illness, it's not worms or mites or anything like that, but they're limping or they have physically hurt something on them, see if you can try to wrap it in a gentle way, and also be aware that you can have chewable baby aspirin. So I have my little bottle here from HEB, and I'm going to keep it here in the coop in case I need to give it in the future. I'm not going to bother giving it to her more than once a day, and you can, I'm sure, get into the specifics of like exactly how many milligrams of baby aspirin should I give the chicken that weighs this many pounds. Honestly, I wasn't going to worry about it being a super specific dose. Like I said, I know everybody's going to be snacking on this. I'm just hoping that some of it gets in her system, and everybody having just a very tiny amount of baby aspirin, it's not going to hurt them on a one-time thing, but I'm just hoping that I can help her with her pain a little bit. So keep that in mind. You can have some gentle bandages if it's something that you think that you can wrap. But of course, in an instance like a hurt hip, there's not really anything I can do, but I'm hoping that the baby aspirin's going to help her a little bit. So thank you for watching. This is what it looks like before I give it to the girls to devour like crazy. It's the plain Greek yogurt, which is just probiotics. It'll be nice and filling. There's the grub Terra that my girls love and black oil sunflower. And then if you look carefully, that powder in there, that is the crushed up baby aspirin that I'm going to give to Calypso to help with her hip injury.